I'm continuing my analysis of chess cube, and the topic of today's video is a cartoon, the Fixies. By the way, I wanted to thank you for your support. As of August the 3rd, I have 16 subscribers, which means the count almost doubled in the last month, and the Perfect Your Strategy video is doing great. This really encourages me to make videos. Thanks for your support. Back to our small creatures. Here Simca explains what chess is, and we can see 3 boards. The boards are 8 by 5, which already tells a lot about the chess part. At first, I thought there's going to be a lot of work, but look closer. It's all the same position, which is now on your screen. Never mind the highlighted squares. Remember, the board is 8 by 5. The creators took white and black too literally. All white are on the light squares, and vice versa. As for the evaluation, obviously black wins because the materials and the c-pawn promotion is well guarded. Then the camera goes to the game with the computer, and it's the same position again. Then the angle changes, and it's 5 by 8. We'll look at the position now. It's black to play, and computer finds the best move, bishop h4 check, after which stockfish finds this checkmate. In the episode, they congratulated the computer as well. There was another position a bit later, and finally the board has the normal size. It is mate in 2 after rook a2 and queen c2, but the blonde girl plays queen g2 instead, after which black acquires an extra light-squared bishop. And Grandpuss calls it checkmate, which is technically not true as white can't block bishop. But this is just a small inaccuracy. During the episode, Grandpuss is playing a chess game with Professor Eugenius. Grandpuss is playing white, Eugenius, black. They use a spool instead of white's b-pawn, and later it gets replaced by no-lick. Let's look at the position itself. It's white. It is legal, but possible only in the game of weak amateurs, as both players moved the knights twice in the opening, and white played f3, weakening the e1 h4 diagonal, and the knight had to go to the edge of the board, where it's very sad now. I think it's fair to say that this would never happen in the game of 2 people following basic opening principles. Okay, as I say, nobody said that the characters are strong players. It's white to play, and the move e4 is played, which is a great move. And black responds with its...
Ай, двинем песо.
By the way, don't ask me to analyze that background position. There's literally 3 white rooks, and that double check is illegal. And if the coordinates are correct, then why did black bring the king there, as well as most of their pieces? And the same question for white's king. It's not clear, but they moved the d-pawn. Was the move d6 or d5? We don't know. That won't affect the game in the future. White plays b3, and this is a blunder, as black can now take on h3, and you can't take back because queen h4 is check. This is why white shouldn't have played f3, but seeing how these two were playing, I doubt they'll ever notice. Then the game is paused. The other Fixies needed the spool, and no-lick came as a replacement. The game continues, and wait, what is this? What about that moment? Apart from chess blunders, we also have an editing mistake here. Great start, I'm sarcastic, but there's a silver lining, right? And as the pawn is on d7 blocking the bishop's path, the b3 move isn't a blunder now. Back to the game. Knight takes b5, after which white, of course, recaptured, but that wasn't shown, and most of the game is skipped until they end up in this position. I'll be straight, this position is hard to rate. The c8 knight is questionable, but it's all theoretically possible, so I won't complain about that. Who is winning? Certainly white. They have 2 passed pawns, active pieces, and the e5 pawn is hanging, but instead of taking, Grandpuss plays queen c4. The move doesn't make much sense, but maybe white wanted to prevent queen h4. Eugenius plays queen c7, offering a queen trade, making the losing position a desperate one. Now, bishop e5 is a royal fork, but even if this was a queen trade and nothing else, it's still a bad move for black, as removing the strongest piece from the board is taking the counterplay away from yourself. But it is realistic, as the moves are bad, but completely possible. White takes the queen instead of forking, but according to Stockfish, that's even better, recaptures, and here white could have and now must have forked black, but instead they played rook b1, even though the rook was already there.
Сдавайтесь, коллега.
Well, rook b1. What is next? Eugenius moves the king, not shown where, but I'll suggest the move was king f8, after which no-lick's solemn procession across the board begins.
Вперед!
f7, b7.
И догонишь.
Oh, that's so cute. Knight a7 and Nolik becomes a queen. But as Eugenia spotted,
Партия еще не закончилась.
we need to give him credit. Even though he's not the best player, he is still not upset. Black plays. Wait, the king has already left. Professor, did you move the king while Nolik's promotion covered it? Never mind. Rook f8, after which white can take the knight. But hats off to Grandpuss. He finds the better solution, which is queen takes e5 check. King f7, best move was covering with the rook to delay checkmate by one move, and queen g7 mate.
Вам мат, коллега.
Ну, конечно. Ой, и правда, мат.
So what do we have in the end? The boards of the wrong size in two variations, bad moves. But on the bright side, the game is quite realistic. If a character is smart according to the plot, it doesn't mean he's a good chess player, but still that opening was unacceptable. The main game made some sense and was one of the best games in movies. The competition is low, but the side variations didn't. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, like the video and share with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and I'll update the banner. See you later.